Question 1. A plumbing contractor determines the maximum developed length of a 3-inch horizontal drainage pipe. According to the Uniform Plumbing Code, UPC, what is the typical maximum developed length for a 3-inch horizontal drainage pipe receiving discharge from water closets? A. 20 feet. B. 30 feet. C. 40 feet. D. 50 feet. Answer: B. 30 feet. The Uniform Plumbing Code, UPC, sets limits on the maximum developed length for drainage piping to ensure proper flow and venting throughout the system. For a 3-inch horizontal drainage pipe that serves water closets, which contribute significant waste, the code typically restricts its length to 30 feet to maintain adequate drainage and prevent blockages. Understanding these length limitations is crucial for designing a functional and code-compliant DWV, drainage, waste, and vent, system. Always refer to the current UPC tables for specific pipe sizing and length requirements on your projects. Question 2. What is the primary purpose of a P-trap in a plumbing drainage system? A. To increase water pressure for fixtures. B. To prevent sewer gases from entering the building. C. To allow air into the drainage system for proper flow. D. To filter solid waste before it enters the sewer. Answer: B. To prevent sewer gases from entering the building. The primary function of a P-trap, a U-shaped bend in a drain pipe, is to create a water seal that prevents noxious sewer gases from rising out of the drainage system and entering the building's occupied spaces. This water seal acts as a barrier, trapping the gases on the sewer side. Without a properly functioning P-trap, unpleasant and potentially hazardous gases from the sewer would easily infiltrate the living or working environment. Always ensure all fixtures connected to the drainage system have a properly installed and maintained P-trap. Question 3. Under what circumstance must a licensed C36 plumbing contractor typically obtain a permit before starting plumbing work? A. For minor repairs like replacing a faucet washer. B. When replacing an existing water heater with a new one of the same type and size. C. For any work performed on private property. D. When clearing a minor clog in a drain line. Answer: B. When replacing an existing water heater with a new one of the same type and size. Permits are crucial for ensuring that plumbing installations meet safety and code standards, protecting both the property owner and the public. Replacing an existing water heater, even with a similar model, generally requires a permit because it involves altering a major appliance connected to the building's gas, water, and vent systems, which needs inspection for proper installation and safe operation. Minor repairs or routine maintenance like replacing a faucet washer or clearing a simple clog typically do not require a permit. Always check local jurisdiction requirements before starting any significant plumbing project, as codes can vary. Question 4. What is the minimum required distance between the bottom of a trench and the top of a utility pipe, example water or sewer main, crossing below it, as per Cal/OSHA safety regulations? A. 6 inches. B. 12 inches. C. 18 inches. D. 24 inches. Answer: B. 12 inches. Cal/OSHA, California Occupational Safety and Health Administration, regulations are critical for ensuring worker safety, especially in hazardous environments like trenching. When a trench for new plumbing must cross an existing utility line, a minimum clear distance of 12 inches is typically required between the bottom of the trench and the top of the utility pipe to prevent accidental damage to the utility during excavation or backfilling. This rule helps protect both the utility infrastructure and the workers from potential hazards like gas leaks or electrical shocks. Always identify and safely expose existing utilities before proceeding with any excavation. Question 5. What is the purpose of a cleanout in a building's drainage system? A. To introduce fresh air into the system. B. To provide a point of access for clearing blockages. C. To regulate water pressure within the pipes. D. To separate solid waste from liquid waste. Answer, B. To provide a point of access for clearing blockages. Cleanouts are essential components of a building's drainage system, designed specifically to facilitate maintenance and repair. Their purpose is to provide an accessible opening into the drainage piping, allowing for the insertion of drain cleaning equipment, such as augers or hydrojetters, to clear any clogs or obstructions that may occur. Without properly located cleanouts, clearing a blockage would often require dismantling parts of the plumbing system, leading to more extensive and costly repairs. Always ensure cleanouts are installed at strategic locations and remain readily accessible. Question 6. A plumbing contractor encounters a situation where backflow prevention is critical. Which of the following is the most effective device for preventing backpressure backflow in a high-hazard situation, such as a connection to a chemical processing tank? A. Double check valve assembly, DCVA. B. Atmospheric vacuum breaker, AVB. C. Pressure vacuum breaker, PVB. D. Reduced pressure principal backflow preventer, RP. Answer, D. Reduced pressure principal backflow preventer, RP. Backflow prevention is crucial for protecting the potable, drinking, water supply from contamination. A reduced pressure principal backflow preventer, RP, is considered the most reliable and effective backflow prevention device for high-hazard cross-connections, particularly those involving chemical processing tanks or other severe contaminants, because it includes two independent check valves, a pressure differential relief valve, and shut-off valves. This design provides redundant protection by having a relief valve open to atmosphere if pressure drops, ensuring that contaminated water cannot siphon back into the clean supply. While other devices like DCVAs and PVBs are used, the RP is specifically engineered for severe hazard applications where absolute protection is paramount. Question 7. What type of piping material is commonly used for underground water service lines due to its flexibility and resistance to corrosion? A. Cast iron pipe. B. Galvanized steel pipe. C. Cross-linked polyethylene, PX, pipe. D. Polyvinyl chloride, PVC, pipe. Answer, C. Cross-linked polyethylene, PX, pipe. Selecting the correct piping material is vital for the longevity and performance of a plumbing system. Cross-linked polyethylene, PEX, pipe is a popular choice for underground water service lines because it is highly flexible, making installation easier around obstacles, and it is significantly resistant to corrosion, unlike metallic pipes that can degrade in certain soil conditions. While PVC is also used underground, PX offers superior flexibility for water service. Always consider the specific application and environmental factors when choosing piping materials. Question 8. According to the Uniform Plumbing Code, UPC, what is the minimum slope required for horizontal drainage piping that is 3 inches or larger in diameter? A. 1/8 inch per foot. B. 1/4 inch per foot. C. 1/2 inch per foot. D. 1 inch per foot. Answer, B. 1/4 inch per foot. Proper slope is essential for the efficient gravity-driven flow of waste in drainage piping, preventing clogs and ensuring the system functions as intended. The Uniform Plumbing Code, UPC, typically mandates a minimum slope of 1/4 inch per foot for horizontal drainage piping 3 inches or larger in diameter, which allows solids to be carried away effectively while maintaining enough liquid volume to flush the pipe. For smaller pipes, 2 inches or less, a steeper slope of 1/4 inch per foot is often required. Incorrect slope can lead to standing water, accumulation of solids, and recurring blockages. Question 9. When must a licensed C36 plumbing contractor register with the Department of Industrial Relations, DAR, in California? A. Only for residential projects exceeding $50,000. B. For all private works contracts. C. When bidding on or performing any public works project. D. It is never required for plumbing contractors. Answer, C. When bidding on or performing any public works project. Registration with the Department of Industrial Relations, DIR, is a critical requirement for contractors working on public works projects in California, ensuring compliance with prevailing wage laws and other labor standards. A licensed C36 plumbing contractor must register with the DIR before bidding on or performing any public works project, regardless of the project's size or type. This requirement helps protect workers by enforcing fair wages and working conditions on government-funded construction projects. Always verify registration status before engaging in public works contracts. Question 10. What is the typical purpose of a sizing unit or fixture unit in plumbing design? A. To determine the aesthetic appeal of a fixture. B. To calculate the required pipe size for drainage or water supply systems. C. To measure the amount of water a fixture consumes per day. D. To classify fixtures based on their installation difficulty. Answer: B. To calculate the required pipe size for drainage or water supply systems. Sizing units, also known as fixture units, are a crucial concept in plumbing design used to standardize the hydraulic load that different plumbing fixtures place on a water supply or drainage system. Each type of fixture, example toilet, sink, shower, is assigned a specific fixture unit value based on its water demand or discharge rate. By summing the fixture units for all connected fixtures, plumbers can accurately determine the appropriate pipe sizes needed to ensure adequate water flow and drainage capacity without overloading the system. Understanding fixture units is fundamental to designing a functional and code-compliant plumbing system. Question 11. What safety precaution is paramount when soldering or brazing copper piping in an enclosed space? A. Ensuring the area is well lit. B. Wearing heavy-duty gloves. C. Providing adequate ventilation. D. Using a lead-based solder. Answer: C. Providing adequate ventilation. Safety is paramount when working with open flames and fumes. When soldering or brazing copper piping, especially in enclosed spaces, adequate ventilation is critical to prevent the buildup of hazardous fumes and gases, such as those from flux, heated metals, and combustion byproducts. Inhaling these fumes can lead to respiratory issues, metal fume fever, and other health problems. Always use exhaust fans, open windows, or forced ventilation to ensure proper airflow and protect workers from harmful airborne contaminants. Question 12. Which type of plumbing vent pipe typically extends vertically from the drainage system through the roof to the open air? A. Branch vent. B. Common vent. C. Stack vent. D. Circuit vent. Answer: C. Stack vent. Venting is essential for the proper operation of a drainage system, allowing air to enter and exit, preventing siphonage of trap seals, and balancing atmospheric pressure. A stack vent is a crucial component that extends vertically from the highest fixture connection on a drainage stack, continuing undiminished in size through the roof to the outside atmosphere. This provides the primary air inlet/outlet for the entire stack, ensuring proper drainage flow and preventing sewer gas from entering the building. Understanding the role of different vent types is key to a functioning plumbing system. Question 13. What is the maximum fine a C36 plumbing contractor could face for acting as an unlicensed contractor or aiding an unlicensed person to evade licensing laws, according to the contractor's state license law? A. $1,000. B. $5,000. C. $15,000. D. $25,000. Answer: C. $15,000. California's contractor's state license law imposes strict penalties for unlicensed contracting to protect consumers and maintain professional standards within the industry. A licensed C36 plumbing contractor found acting as an unlicensed contractor or aiding an unlicensed person to evade licensing laws can face a significant administrative fine up to $15,000 for a first offense, in addition to potential criminal charges and disciplinary action against their license. This severe penalty underscores the importance of only performing work for which one is properly licensed and never assisting others in circumventing the law. Always ensure all work is performed by properly licensed individuals and entities. Question 14. Before digging, what essential step must a plumbing contractor take to locate underground utilities? A. Visually inspect the site for signs of disturbance. B. Contact 811, the Dig Alert or Underground Service Alert Center. C. Rely solely on old blueprints or plans. D. Start digging cautiously with hand tools. Answer: B. Contact 811, the Dig Alert or Underground Service Alert Center. Safety is paramount, and striking underground utilities during excavation poses significant dangers, including electric shock, gas explosions, and damage to critical infrastructure. Before any digging commences, the law requires contacting 811, California's Underground Service Alert, USA North or Dig Alert depending on region, at least 2 working days prior to excavation. This free service notifies utility companies, who will then mark the approximate location of their underground lines, enabling the contractor to dig safely and avoid hazardous and costly incidents. Always call 811 before you dig, even for small projects. Question 15. What is the primary purpose of a backwater valve in a plumbing drainage system? A. To prevent water from freezing in pipes. B. To stop sewage from flowing back into a building during a sewer backup. C. To control the flow rate of water to fixtures. D. To reduce noise from water rushing through pipes. Answer: B. To stop sewage from flowing back into a building during a sewer backup. A backwater valve is a critical safety device installed in drainage systems, particularly in areas prone to municipal sewer line surcharges or flooding. Its primary purpose is to prevent sewage or storm water from backing up from the main sewer line and flowing into a building's lowest fixtures or basement during an overload event. The valve contains a flap or gate that automatically closes when reverse flow pressure is detected, protecting the property from costly and unsanitary sewage damage. Consider installing a backwater valve where there is a risk of reverse flow from the public sewer. Question 16. A written contract is legally required for plumbing construction projects in California when the contract price, including all labor, materials, and other items, exceeds what amount? A. $100. B. $500. C. $1,000. D. $2,500. Answer: B. $500. California Contractor state license law mandates that all home improvement contracts, and generally any construction contract, must be in writing if the contract price exceeds $500. This requirement is in place to protect both the contractor and the consumer by clearly outlining the scope of work, payment terms, schedule, and other critical details, thereby preventing disputes and misunderstandings. While it's always good practice to have a written agreement for any project, for projects over $500, it's a legal necessity. Always ensure your contracts meet all state requirements to avoid legal issues. Question 17. What is the primary function of an expansion tank connected to a domestic hot water system? A. To increase the water pressure in the system. B. To reduce the water temperature in the system. C. To absorb the thermal expansion of heated water. D. To filter sediment from the hot water. Answer: C. To absorb the thermal expansion of heated water. An expansion tank is a crucial safety and efficiency component in a closed domestic hot water system. Its primary function is to absorb the increased volume of water that results from thermal expansion when water is heated by a water heater. Without an expansion tank, the pressure inside the sealed hot water system would build excessively, potentially leading to the activation of the temperature and pressure relief (TNP) valve, premature wear on fixtures, or even system failure. Properly sizing and maintaining an expansion tank protects the plumbing system and ensures its longevity. Question 18. What is the minimum required amount of general liability insurance a licensed contractor must carry in California? A. There is no minimum requirement. B. $50,000. C. $100,000. D. $1 million. Answer: C. $100,000. General liability insurance is essential for contractors to protect against claims of bodily injury or property damage to third parties arising from their operations. In California, the Contractors State License Board, CSLB, requires licensed contractors to carry a minimum of $100,000 in general liability insurance to ensure that clients are protected in case of accidents or damage caused by the contractor's work. While many contractors carry higher limits for additional protection, this is the legal minimum. Always maintain adequate insurance coverage to protect your business and clients. Question 19. What is the purpose of a trap primer in a plumbing system? A. To automatically fill a water heater. B. To maintain the water seal in floor drain traps. C. To activate a garbage disposal. D. To backfill a trench after pipe installation. Answer: B. To maintain the water seal in floor drain traps. Trap primers are specialized devices designed to ensure the water seal in infrequently used traps, such as those for floor drains, does not evaporate. If a trap's water seal dries out, sewer gases can enter the building, creating a health hazard and unpleasant odors. A trap primer automatically introduces a small amount of water into the trap at regular intervals or when a fixture is flushed, keeping the water seal intact. This is especially important for floor drains in utility rooms or basements that may not see regular use. Question 20. What is the proper procedure for testing a newly installed DWV, drainage, waste, and vent system before final inspection? A. Conduct a smoke test to check for leaks. B. Fill the system with water or air to a specified pressure for a set duration. C. Run hot water through all fixtures for 15 minutes. D. Visually inspect all joints and connections for drips. Answer: B. Fill the system with water or air to a specified pressure for a set duration. Testing a newly installed DWV system is a crucial step to ensure it is watertight and free of leaks before walls are closed up and the system is put into service. The standard procedure involves filling the entire system with water up to its highest point or subjecting it to a specified air pressure, typically 5 psi, for a set duration, often 15 minutes. This pressure or water head will reveal any leaks in the piping and joints, which can then be repaired before inspection. Proper testing ensures the long-term integrity and safety of the drainage system. Question 21. When installing gas piping, what is the required working pressure for a leak test using air or inert gas? A. Not less than 3 sig, pounds per square inch gauge. B. Not less than 10 sig. C. Not less than 15 sig. D. Not less than 50 sig. Answer: A. Not less than 3 sig, pounds per square inch gauge. Safety is paramount when working with gas piping, and proper testing is essential to prevent dangerous leaks. After installing gas piping, it is mandatory to perform a leak test using air or an inert gas, not combustible gas, to verify the integrity of all connections. According to the Uniform Plumbing Code, UPC, and most local amendments, the piping system must withstand a test pressure of not less than 3 sig for a specified duration, typically 10 to 15 minutes, without any drop in pressure. This test ensures that all joints are sealed and safe for operation. Question 22. What type of piping material is typically prohibited for use inside buildings for potable water supply due to health concerns regarding lead content? A. Copper tubing. B. Galvanized steel pipe. C. PVC pipe. D. Lead pipe. Answer: D. Lead pipe. Public health and safety are critical considerations in plumbing, especially concerning potable water supply. Lead pipe, while historically used, is now strictly prohibited for potable water distribution inside buildings due to the severe health risks associated with lead leaching into drinking water, particularly affecting neurological development in children. Modern plumbing codes mandate the use of safe, lead-free materials such as copper, PX, and approved plastics for all potable water systems. Always prioritize the use of code-compliant and health-safe materials for water supply lines. Question 23. What is the typical minimum embedment depth required for a building's water service pipe passing under a driveway or parking area, as per standard plumbing codes? A. 6 inches. B. 12 inches. C. 18 inches. D. 24 inches. Answer: C. 18 inches. Protecting water service pipes from damage due to external loads, such as vehicle traffic, and from freezing is crucial for their longevity and functionality. Standard plumbing codes typically require a minimum embedment depth of 18 inches for water service pipes passing under driveways, parking areas, or other locations subject to vehicle loading. This depth provides sufficient cover to prevent the pipe from being crushed or damaged by the weight above it. Always consult local amendments, as frost line depths can influence required burial depths in colder climates. Question 24. What is the main purpose of a water hammer arrestor in a plumbing system? A. To increase water flow and pressure to fixtures. B. To reduce noise and vibration caused by sudden water flow changes. C. To filter sediment from the water supply. D. To prevent backflow into the potable water system. Answer: B. To reduce noise and vibration caused by sudden water flow changes. Water hammer is a common plumbing problem characterized by a loud banging or thumping noise when a faucet is quickly turned off or an appliance's valve closes abruptly. This phenomenon occurs due to the sudden stopping of water flow, creating a shock wave that reverberates through the pipes. A water hammer arrestor is designed to absorb this shock wave by providing a compressible air or nitrogen cushion, thereby dampening the pressure surge, reducing noise, and protecting pipes and fixtures from damage. Properly installed arrestors significantly improve the longevity and quiet operation of a plumbing system. Question 25. When can a C36 plumbing contractor legally submit a bid for a public works project in California without being pre-qualified by the awarding body? A. Never. Pre-qualification is always required for public works bids. B. When the estimated project cost is under $5,000. C. When the contractor has a valid CSLB license and DA registration. D. When the awarding body explicitly waives the pre-qualification requirement, which is rare. Answer: D. When the awarding body explicitly waives the pre-qualification requirement, which is rare. Pre-qualification is a standard practice for public works projects in California, allowing awarding bodies to vet contractors' financial capacity, safety record, and experience before accepting bids. While pre-qualification is generally a mandatory step for contractors seeking to bid on public works, there can be extremely rare instances where an awarding body might explicitly waive this requirement, though such waivers are uncommon and usually apply to very specific or emergency situations. Contractors should always assume pre-qualification is required for public works projects and complete the process thoroughly.